Greetings, YouTube. Happy Friday. You know, it's interesting. I've been asked a couple times in the back channels of the Line app in the past week, Prof, it seems like more and more deals are popping up with Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst and Tier 5 Basic Catalyst fragments. Why is that? Well, you see, the economy in Marvel Contest of Champions has changed. What the heck do I mean by that? Well, with the advent of Cavalier Crystals, which are now pretty common in the game, they've been out for months, you can see just by the regular Cav drop rates, not to mention the featured Cavalier drop rates, just how much easier it is to pull a 5-star champion. Now, a 6-star, still really hard. Back in the day, my boy Pep 1000 would pop 200 of these things and not get one 6-star, and his drop rates for these on average were more like 0.5% versus 1%. But at the same time, an 11% drop rate for a 5-star is crazy high given how rare it used to be to get them. So Kabam knows that if you put, I don't know, say 5,000 units into Cavalier Crystals, you're probably going to pull somebody you need. Hopefully. Not a guarantee, but the likelihood is you're going to have an easier time doing this at your own disposal because you determine when you spend these units than before, which was to just hoard and save up and hope you got lucky, or maybe wait and take advantage with cash or units of an in-game offer. So, Kabam has flipped the script on the economy of how they make money, because largely, rank up materials have not grown in terms of availability to be much easier. The price of Tier 2 Alphas has gone down, and the price of Tier 4 Basic Catalyst have gone down. But it still, on average, cost, I don't know, about $1,000 to get a 5-star to rank 5 in some cases, and you can double that to get a 6-star to rank 2. That's an insane amount of money. It's hard to even really compute that into words, and yet we know that is the expectation for the price tag from Kabam if you're looking to spend. Obviously, if you're a free-to-play player, you'll get there. It just won't be nearly as fast, especially if you can't take advantage of July 4th or Cyber Monday. So today we have a 1,000-unit deal, which 1,000 units, you know, keep in mind that $50 worth of units is what, $14.50? Now, I say $50 because in the United States, that's how much it costs me, but I'm constantly reminded that if you're in Canada or India, Australia, etc., you're paying a lot more than that. And so, you know, you don't get a break on the conversion rate, and that sucks, and that's worth mentioning in these offers. But for, we'll call it $35, maximum $40 worth of units, you get 3,250 Tier 5 Basic, which is not fantastic. You get 2 Tier 4 Basic and 18,000 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments, or half of a fully formed Tier 2 Alpha. Keep in mind, if you really need a Tier 2 Alpha, you need to look no further than the Summoner Appreciation Calendar of tonight. Day 90 gives us another one of these awesome, free, fully formed Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst. That's 36,000 Tier 2 Alpha Catalyst fragments worth of value for free. And then, of course, and I'll have a separate video coming out on this because tomorrow, Saturday, is a huge day in the contest because we have that so exciting, been waiting literally 3 months for it, the 5-star class-based Awakening Gem. So got to discuss who to best use that on of each class. I'm not going to let you down in that regard. So here's the deal. What do I think this is valued at? In this stage of the game, I think it's valued at 500 to 800 units. Now, the value of this is always higher for free-to-play players who hoard units, and the only time they can get rank-up materials are when these offers exist. Because these offers, unit-wise, come out about twice a month, but cash-wise, they come out at least once a week. It's just that if you don't have iTunes or Google Play credit, you can't take advantage of them in the unit store. You have to wait to spend your units, and that can be tough. So if you're a free-to-play player that is looking to maybe form enough Tier 2 Alpha, which would be 4 to take a 5-star to rank 4, or maybe a 5-star to rank 5, or 6-star to rank 2, I can see the appeal of this value, but I think it's just a C. You know, it's just a C grade, just an average grade for players. Now, it's a Catalyst Cash, so because of that, there is a second tier that goes way more expensive. We're talking $100 worth of units, 3,000. And that gives you 10,250, which is, you know, about what you were expecting, given it's 3 times the price of the first one. 6 tier 4 basics, and then 1.5 tier 2 alpha, so it literally holds the value of those, and it even triples the gold. Now the final is normally where they reserve the 2% tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals. These are for the whales of whales. Keep in mind that's 2% of a tier 5 class catalyst. If you want to talk about the worst value in the game, it's just a laughable. If you're looking to someday take a 6-star to rank 3, and you need RNG to land on a specific class for tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystals, you could be spending $340 worth of units to not get the class you're targeting. These things are such a scam. And on top of that, you only get 2 more tier 2 alphas. So really, well, I mean, you get 9,000 plus, but that's not it. So you're looking at 30,500 tier 5 basic, so 33,750 tier 5 basic, which is, fairly close to the 45,000 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments needed to form 1. But that also is half of taking a 5-star to rank 2. So this deal is so average in terms of money that it is still putting reasonably the price of taking a 5-star to rank 5 at least $700. And you can't even buy 2 of these, so you couldn't make it there if you tried. But really, it's probably closer to $800 to $900. And that's a lot of money. That's rent for a month, right? That is the cost of a really, really cheap, maybe first-time car you could drive in high school. That is just the most video games I can imagine. If you had a $900 budget to spend on eBay for new gaming systems and consoles and games, and I always say it's kind of a joke because I'm so old, and Rumble packs, because I'm old enough to remember when the Nintendo 64 getting a Rumble pack was like a huge deal. And a lot of you were like, what the heck is a Nintendo 64? Was it made in 1964? Thankfully not. Not even 1994, really. But there you have it, YouTube. I think this entire deal is just a flat C average grade. If you're a free-to-play player and you've been hoarding units and you can take your best 5-star champion to rank 4 or rank 5 or your 6-star champion to rank 2, and this is it, that value goes up probably to at least a B- for you. But for everybody else, especially if you don't have the units and you have to spend cash, it's probably closer to a D, because typically these offers are worse than unit store offers because they know that they may not see cash from users like they would if it was guaranteed Apple charges or Google Play charges. So there you have it, YouTube. I hope that this video informs you of what they still expect the value to be versus what I think it is. If it was closer to $500, I might actually give it like a B-. That's still saying something because it's a crazy amount of money. But when you're considering that $340 is not even going to get you halfway to taking a 5-star to rank 5, it's just a crazy bad deal for the average summoner. And I say wait for much better offers. Just imagine how much better the offers are going to be if you save these same units for Cyber Monday, for example, in November. Just keep that in mind. And otherwise, if you need tier 2 alphas and you're desperate, we're getting one free in just a few hours. So hold on tight. You'll be thankful you did.